Hi guys, so today we're going to go over some important information before we get started with next week's AP exam. So as we're going through today's video, I would encourage you to take some notes, write down important dates, write down important sites and things like that, but also don't worry because any of the files or links or materials that I reference in today's video, they are already actually available to you either on the College Board's website or on our Schoology site in the folder called AP 2020 AP exams. So let's get started. So the date for our AP exam is Wednesday, May 20th, and it will start at 2 p.m. What you'll want to do is make sure that you are logged in and that you are starting to start the process of identity verification and everything like that at 1:30. Please do not log in right at 2 o'clock and think, great, it's going to be fine. I'll log right in and take it. Please start the login process at 1:30 p.m. on Wednesday, May 20th. I just said this, but it's good to say it one more time. So again, our exam date and time is Wednesday, May 20th at 1 p.m. In just a moment, we're going to watch a video that goes over exactly what you need to know to be prepared for taking this exam at home, because this is, of course, very different than what you're used to. The video itself is from the College Board. It's about 5 minutes long, and I definitely need you to make sure that you're paying attention to that because it's going to talk a lot about exam access and submission. So just as a reminder for us, for AP Lang specifically, the exam will be one essay, and it will be the rhetorical analysis essay. You'll have 45 minutes to write the essay and then an additional 5 minutes for uploading purposes. You can print and mark the passage, but you will not be able to mark the passage on your screen. You should also know that there will be a timer on the screen with the passage. It gives you the option to hide the timer, but I would not recommend doing that because you don't want to lose track of time and not be able to submit your essay on time. The exam is open notes, and in fact, the video will talk about what that looks like for us. Just make sure that you have your notebook with you and make sure that you are able to access any of our glossaries or anything like that. But it's open notes. You are absolutely allowed to consult those, the things that we've done in class. And you will also be provided with a troubleshooting guide from College Board that's going to walk you through any issues that might arise during the exam. And that one-page AP checklist is actually already available on our Schoology page. So we are going to right now go ahead and watch this video from the College Board. Again, please make sure that you are paying attention because it focuses specifically on access and also submission of your exams.
This video will walk you through the AP 2020 exam's important steps and offer tips. 2 days before the exam, you will get an email with your AP ID and an e-ticket that will take you to your personalized exam. Check in 30 minutes before your exam starts. The first thing you'll do is enter your 8-character AP ID and then fill out all your personal information. Note the timer at the bottom of the screen. Hit continue. The exam will automatically start when that countdown hits 0. And once it starts, the timer located at the bottom will count down how much time you have to read your question, craft your response, and submit it. If your exam has 1 question, you will have 50 minutes. If you have 2 questions, you will get 30 minutes for the first one and 20 minutes for the second one. If you are approved for extended time, it will be added automatically. The timer will turn red when you have 5 minutes left. That's when you should wrap up your work and start submitting your response. Once that timer hits 0, you will automatically be moved to the next question. This is important. You can get partial credit for a partial answer, but you will not get any credit if you submit nothing. You can use any device to take this exam: a desktop, laptop, tablet, or phone. If you're typing on a desktop or laptop, you can reduce the size of your browser window so you can see the question and your text file side by side. Type your AP ID and initials at the top of the page. You can also write your responses on paper. If you're writing by hand, use a number 2 pencil or a pen with blue or black ink. Use white paper, lined or unlined, and write legibly. Print or cursive is fine. You can place your phone next to your paper so you can keep an eye on your time. Be sure you put your AP ID and initials at the top of the page. If you use more than one piece of paper, number each page in order. For most AP exams, there are 3 ways to submit work. You can attach a text file typed in another application, you can paste a response typed in another application, or you can attach photos of work you wrote by hand. Let's walk through each option. To attach a typed response, click Attach Response with Attach Text File. You can browse for a file. Once you hit Submit, you cannot go back to that question, so make sure you're ready to move on before you hit Submit. If you choose to copy and paste your work, click on Paste Response. Copy your response and paste it into the box. Review it to make sure it has everything you want to submit and is formatted correctly. Once you have checked the pasted copy, hit Submit. If you're attaching a handwritten response, tap Attach Response. Tap Attach a Photo. Make sure it is vertical and you are in a well-lit space. Snap your photo. If your response has more than one page, make sure you attach the pages in order. Remember, once you hit Submit, you cannot go back. If you just have one question for your exam, that's it, you're done. For exams with 2 questions, if you finish the first one with time to spare, a timer will start a countdown for when your second question will automatically start. When you see this screen, the timer has started for your second question. The process for answering question number 2 is exactly the same as for question number 1, except you have 20 minutes to read the question, work on your response, and submit it. Once you submit your second answer, you're done. Some AP courses like World Languages and Music Theory will have exams that work a little differently. To learn more about these courses and more details on AP 2020 exams, go to cb.org/AP2020.
So you have an assignment that goes along with this AP demonstration and AP information that you have just that you've just gone over. We've just looked at and we've watched the video. So what you'll need to do is you will need to either go over here to where it says AP exam demo practice. If that's not coming up from you, what you can do is you can click on the 2020 AP exam materials. And that will take you here. The AP exam demo practice is the assignment that we're talking about. So what you need to do is you need to go to this website that's going to let you practice entering your information, and it walks you through what the exam experience will look like a little bit. And we're going to look at that in a minute. But here's what you're going to do. You're going to follow the directions in the demonstration. You are going to make sure that you read the instructions on all the different ways of submitting your AP exam. On the demonstration page, you're going to copy and paste your name and AP number into the text box provided, and then you're going to take a screenshot of that page before you click submit, and then you're going to submit that screenshot to this particular assignment on Schoology. One thing you should know is that this demo, you can do it as many times as you want, so you don't need to worry about like, oh no, I messed it up, I can't go back. Absolutely you can. You can do it as many times as you'd like. So I want to walk us through what that looks like really quickly. So you'll click on this link and it will take you to this AP exam demonstration page. As it said in the video, you'll get your AP ID 2 days before the actual exam itself. Here, we're just going to put in practice, like it says. And so these are the things we need to do. And so you'll want to enter your own information. It's not recording any of this information. This is just a site that is going to help you kind of figure out how to deal with taking the AP exam itself. So you'll want to put in all this information, as you can see that I am doing. And hopefully it will be easier for you than it is for me, typing and talking at the same time. Okay, you are all going to be testing from home. This is the little thing where you have to decide whether you are okay with your exam responses being used by the AP without your name on them. Once you fill all of this out, and you get 5 minutes to fill it out, you can see I've used a little bit more of that. You click continue. And then it goes through here. And this goes through and it gives you all of the different ways that you can submit your AP exam. So this is what you need to make sure that you read through. So because of this, it does not necessarily let you, it doesn't let you move forward. So we're going to stop here and I'm going to cut the video and then I will show you what this looks like so we're not just sitting here for 3 minutes. All right, so you can see that our 5-minute timer has expired. We have a new timer right here, and we're gonna hit okay, continue. So this is the next page that this is where your exam will display, like it says here. Take a couple minutes to create a demo response. And so what we're going to do for our assignment is I'm going to type my name. I'm going to type my fake AP number. And then I am going to copy. And here you can do one of two things. You can attach a response or you can paste a response. Let's look at the attach response first. So you can attach a text file or photos. This is not how I am going to do this. I am going to go back to question because what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste my response. Notice that it won't let you type in here. You can hear me trying to type. It will not let you type in that box. You have to paste. And so if you get it in there and you're like, that's the wrong thing, you can clear it out and you can go back to your, let's clear it out. You can go back to your Word document if this is how you're doing it and do it again and be like, okay, great. Okay, this time it looks fine. And so if this looks like what you think it should look like, then you can hit. But before you hit submit, remember that for the purposes of our assignment, we need to make sure we take a screenshot. So you'll just need to make sure that you do that in whatever way works for your specific technology that you're using. So I'm going to take my screenshot. Ta-da, done. I can see it right there. And so then I'm going to hit submit just so I can see what it looks like. It will ask you if you're ready to do that, and then you're fine. Now, because our AP exam is only one question, you will be done, right? And for the real AP, you'll be finished at this time. This is for people who have 2 questions. We don't have that. And so I am not going to make us walk through the rest of this. I just want to make sure that we've gotten through the first part. So once you're done with that, great, all finished. And then you will go back to the assignment on Schoology and you will upload your screenshot over here. If it's easier for you to take a picture with your phone of that demo screen and upload the picture, that's totally fine. I'm just looking to see that you have specifically accessed that and that you understand how to use that website, because I don't want the day of the AP to be the first time that you've ever looked at that. So hopefully that explains exactly what we're looking for on that assignment. Okay, I hope that answered some of your questions about how to access the site that you need to for the upcoming exam, that it's walked you through how to access that site, how to put in your information on that site, how the functionality of that site works, because that's kind of strange. And then also hopefully it has given you some comfort with knowing how to deal with all of that. If you have any questions as we move forward, what I've done is I've opened a discussion board in that same folder, 2020 AP exam materials, and I've opened that on Schoology, and so you can get in there and put in any question that you might have, and then that way we have kind of this list of running questions, so you can go in and see if your question has been answered, and if it hasn't, just ask me there, and then that way I will answer right there, and then that way we all have reference to the same materials and the same answers. Hopefully that helped. As ever, ask me any questions that you might have. You can do that on the discussion board. You can do it through email if you feel like it's a personal question. Absolutely. You can get me through Schoology or Teams. Any way that you can get me, please get me, because I want to make sure I get all of your questions answered before the actual AP exam. So thanks, guys, and I will talk to you later.